Hello, I'm Shaw. What's up? Alright, so this is my brand spanking new deck. It's the Nordics. Just fixed up today. It's pretty decent. It focuses around summoning Odin and getting Brawlic with it. The tuner specifically that I need for this deck, this one right here, I have to proxy two of them. Her effect, anyway, to begin with it. Monsters first, her effect is when she's normal summoned, you can play two normal monsters from your hand, so to summon two tokens, 4 stars each. And that altogether equals to 10, which is Odin right there. So that's your summoning Odin really fast. Next, another tuner. This little 4-star beast is a tuner. His effect is very simple. If your opponent controls a face-up synchro monster, you can. If your opponent controls a face-up synchro monster, you control no monsters. You can special summon this card from your hand. So yeah, pretty brolic. Yeah, this little beastie, little something. Here's the effects. One is to destroy by battle. Special summon two tokens, Nordic tokens. Let's see what they called. Nordic beast tokens. 3 stars each. A little something, you can sync with stuff. Here's this guy. I'm going to run 3 of these. Effect is once per turn at the start of your standby phase. If you control a face-up Nordic monster, you can send one spell card from your hand to the graveyard to summon this card from your graveyard. It's pretty decent. Then there's this, which I'm going to run 3. Mind you, I'm pretty much running most of these because the fact that you need Nordic monsters to do this, and there's not that many out there yet. I'm hoping that a couple more comes in the next pack, hopefully. I doubt it, but still. Anyway, this one, when this card is normal summoned, you can select one face-up monster you control, except for this card. Special summon one Nordic monster from your hand with a level less than or equal to the selected monster. It's pretty decent. Some nice little swarm. Nicely is this little bitch. You see her? She's brolic. 2000 attack, 4 stars only. Her effect is no other Nordic monster in your field can be targeted as an attack targeted except for itself. So you must target her. Downside is if there's no other Nordic beast on the field, Nordic monster on the field, she dies. Those are by her effects. I'm also running this little doggy. 2 of them. 800 attack, 19 defense. The effect is when it destroys them. If this card battles a level 4 or lower monster, you can remove that monster from. You can return that monster to the hand after damage calculation. But the thing is, this attack is so low. Lastly, for the Nordics is this little monster, another Nordic beast. Effect is when a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, when this card is shifted from defense to attack mode, you can special summon one Nordic beast monster from your deck and face up defense position except for itself. It's pretty good, useful. Last 2 monsters, Honest and Sanguine. Of course, Honest is now at 1 thanks to that ban list. But yeah, okay. They're there for obvious reasons. Sanguine will search for that nice little tuner. Honest will make sure that you attack that Odin. You'll regret it. Now, on to the spells. I don't have that many in here, honestly. First off, March Towards Ragnarok. Effect is select one face-up Seer god card, right? It's one of the gods, okay? One of the North gods. Monsters you control until the end phase of this turn it is unaffected by effects of other spells and trap cards, but its effect is negated. Now for the gods, the only thing you want to worry about with them, the only effect you want during your opponent's turn is that nice little return from the graveyard effect. However, that effect is a graveyard effect, so that doesn't negate. So you're brolic with it. Of course, Monster Reborn, like always. Dark Hole, of course. Last spell card, Giant Trinade. On to the traps. Odin's weapon in trap form. Pretty decent, I actually like it. His effect is as follows. Move from play one face-up god or nordic monster you control. To select one face-up card on the field, destroy that card. During your second end phase, after activation of this card, the monster you remove from play to activate this card is returned to the field in face-up attack position. So, just to protect your god, you can activate this shit. It's pretty good to protect and pop. I mean, yeah. Nextly, the Divine Relic Monier, whatever. It's hard to pronounce the name. It's Thor's Hammer. Effect is very simple. Select one face-up god card you control, either Thor, Loki, or Odin. It can attack twice in the same battle phase. Actually, what it says here, it can attack twice during each battle phase this turn. So I'm thinking something's gonna happen that you're gonna be allowed to enter your battle phase more than a couple times during a turn sooner or later. But that's it for now. Anyway, continue traps. Wabaku. It's Wabaku. I mean, all my decks pretty much run Wabaku. I mean, now there's a couple that don't, but that's because I have like 8 decks now. About, give or take. I'm not sure I have to count them all. And I don't have a lot of Wabakus. Some of them just don't because they don't. Anyway. Compulsory. I would probably use Bottomless, but they're in my other decks. I only have 4. However, it's compulsory. It will shit on a lot of stuff. One Solemn Authority. Solemn Authority's effect is simple. Select one face-up god monster you control. While this card remains face-up in the field, that monster cannot be targeted by other cards' effects. Send this card to the graveyard during your second standby phase of activation. So basically, it's like, hi, I'm God. Don't fuck with me. This card is godly. See that? You got Moses there chilling. It's another one of the solemn stuff, You had Solemn Judgment, which was Moses. Solemn Wishes, which is trash. Solemn Warning, which is overrated. And now you have Solemn Authority. Look at that. Look at that picture, though. I mean, that picture almost looks as godly as Solemn Judgment. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. It looks more godly than Solemn Judgment, in my opinion. Anyway, to round off the traps, Odin's Eye. A very special card indeed. Its effect is very simple. Once per turn during each player's standby phase, you can select one face-up god monster you control. Negate its effect until the end phase and look at all the cards on your opponent's hand and all set cards they control. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this effect. You see how badass that is? You see everything. Last 2 traps. Call the Hunt and Monster Reborn. Call the Hunt and Mirror Force. The last thing I can show you is the 2 Synchros, my nice 2 Ultra Odins. See them? Don't they look sexy to you? 4,000 attack. Wait, let me try to get the bottom nice and focus for you. 4,000 attack, 35 defense. 35 defense. Yeah. I was going to try to make it for Chaos because they have a lot of lights and a lot of darks. So I was going to try Chaos with it, but it honestly was too slow. So this deck is different. It's basically revolved around summoning Odin on the field and making sure he stays there. I mean, this is probably the only deck that I would run Solemn Judgment if I had one. Because I don't trust myself with Solemn Judgment. But with this deck, I'd be like, you trying to attack me? Solemn Judgment your shit. Only deck I'd run Solemn Warning in, honestly. But yeah, this is the deck. Something new. If you have any ideas of what you want to change with it or anything, any ideas at all, let me know. And yeah, alright. Rate, subscribe, comment. Peace.